the scripture talks about people leaving the faith.
Right.
That idea is not new. What is new today is with social media, everybody's told now tell your story and express yourself. So we're hearing these stories so much more than we ever have.
Right.
My suspicion is
Also from high-profile individuals.
from high-profile individuals. My suspicion is it's only going to get worse. Now, why? We hear certain people, whether worship leaders or in some cases certain pastors or high-profile people. And one common thread, we see a lot of church hurt. We also see, in many cases, bad theology and a lack of depth. Now, in the past, for somebody to be on stage and produce an album, there were certain gatekeepers that would at least try to care about
Right.
character and theology and try to weed that out. Now there's none. If you have the right TikTok video, you can become a celebrity in your own mind on TikTok
Right.
overnight and build an audience. So now there's less gatekeepers that are there,
Right.
an incentive to have a certain voice. So I think 5-10 years down the road, what we've heard from worship leaders, we're going to hear former, TikTokers and former YouTubers. Sadly, probably worse.
When you say worse, you mean it's going to happen more frequently, or it's just going to be more high profile, the things that do happen, and so it looks like it's happening more? I don't know.
Probably worse numerically
Yeah.
would be my guess.
Okay,
But
because of the
these-
influence of the high profile people and social media and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think for two reasons. Number one, there's less gatekeepers to weed out potential
right. Protect.
abuse in the past.
Right,
There's
right.
none. And now there's so many more people. Like celebrity used to kind of mean something in the past. There are only so many people that are celebrities. Now, technically, if you have more Twitter followers than people you follow, in a sense, in your own mind, you're a kind of celebrity.
Right.
And there's such a narrative about these stories that people want to hear. Like, here's an example. My friend Bart Campolo, Tony Campolo's son.
Right.
I remember hearing him speak at Biola. He had huge influence on my life in a lot of different ways. He's a humanist. He left his faith. There was a big national story about him. There's been multiple ones. There is no national story about Josh McDowell's son keeping his faith.
Oh, yeah.
It's not interesting to
Right,
people.
right.
It's not going to get the clicks and get the views.
It doesn't bleed.
It just doesn't tell the story that
Right.
many gatekeepers want to tell.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that want to tell the story of the faith crumbling.
Or, I mean, John Piper, his son is an atheist, and he's got quite a following. My sense
He
is
does.
because he's being used by that whole crowd because he's a celebrity. He's the son of a celebrity Christian, so to speak. I'm not dissing John Piper. I think he's he doesn't play to that kind of thing.
Right.
But because he's so well known, and then his son becomes an atheist, then he's a nice tool to be used against evangelical Christians.